Replacing your G-spot every Thursday from 6 to 7, giving you real relationship talk, real relationship drama with the best night of your life. Your host, Jaye and Simply E, hold on, get ready to enter the J-spot on IntellectualRadio.com.
Good evening, and welcome to the best night of your life. Woo! You have entered the J spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families one conversation at a time on IntellectualRadio.com. We are an iHeart station. I'm your host, Jaye. You all, Lady Lotus, will be here after the first half. But guess what, guys? I have a surprise guest sitting in with me. Listen, we real close sometimes. And sometimes we distant. We got Miss Reese over here. She is joining me on tonight. Say hey to everybody, Miss Reese.
Hey, everybody.
Guys, she is joining me tonight. We're going to have a good show. We have some great hot topics to get into, so please stay tuned. You all do me a favor. Go to our page and like our page at the J Spot. Follow us on Twitter at J Spot. Also follow us on Instagram at the J Spot Radio. And Jaye is spelled Jaye for all three. While you're at it, go to YouTube, like and subscribe our channel, the J Spot Radio. Turn on the notification bells, and then guess what? Go to TikTok, like and follow us there, the J Spot. Again, Jaye is Jaye. Guys, we are back. Last week was Thanksgiving. We had an amazing time Thanksgiving. I hope that you and your family enjoyed on Thanksgiving. How was your Thanksgiving, Miss Reese?
It was all right.
Good. Okay. Well, listen, all the etiquette, and we tried to help you all. We tried to give out tips, but you know what? Some of us, we just don't know how to do right. So, I know it was somebody that came and didn't bring something. Somebody came and took some stuff that they didn't bring. Like we were talking on the way in the car. And so she asked us, if you brought something. So, and did anybody experience this? If you brought something to the Thanksgiving, your family gathering or the family dinner or friends, wherever you brought something. And let's say, okay, you getting ready to leave and whatever you brought, it was still some left. Did you take that something extra that was left, or should you, out of courtesy and just pure etiquette, do you leave that stuff there? So she was saying.
Now, are you asking me to answer that question?
I'm asking everybody. So, but you could go ahead on and answer, Ms. Reese. So if somebody came to the house and they brought some stuff and they were getting ready to leave, should they leave what they brought, or is it okay to take what you brought?
If you brought it to my house, that means you brought it for me. So why would you take it if you brought it for me? So the answer, you answered your own question. You're not taking it from my house.
Well, I'm gonna take. Listen, I'm good for taking. I'm not gonna take everything, but I'm gonna take a sizable amount of what I brought, especially if it was really good. I'm gonna take back a sizable amount. So she was saying, like, if it was a dessert, like if it was a cake or something. Well, I'm gonna take the cake, even if I didn't make the cake, because I like homemade cake. And so Thanksgiving is the one time of year in which I get to indulge in homemade pastry. So I'm that relative that I told y'all to watch out for and make sure y'all bar them and make sure y'all watch them. I'm the one that's packing up all of the plates. So listen, I had a lot of peach cobbler. I had a lot of lemon meringue pie, and that was basically it. Oh, and sweet potato pie. I had a lot of that because, again, it's done. Like, I'm not going to have any more of that until next year because I don't know how to bake. But I like those things. I don't like store-bought cakes. So if I see something that looks good, even if I didn't bring it, I'm taking it.
So what if it's something that somebody brought that nobody touched? Would you send that back with that person?
I'm gonna leave that. Listen, I'm gonna leave that right there. And I'm going to let them know you can go ahead on and take this back. I'm gonna probably say it in a nice way, but you could take it back. There's no purpose in us even having that. I need to push that button because we're not live on Facebook. Can you push that blue button for me because it's not live on that one? But I would have to take that one. I would have to take it. I would send it back. I would send it back to that person so that they can just take it with them because there's no purpose. No, that's good. Just live. Go. Yep. Press that. Okay, that's it. So I would give it back to them. That's it. I would give it back to them and just, politely, because how do you do that? Like, and it's the whole meal. Like, say if somebody made some dressing, because we've been in a situation like that before where they made the pan of dressing, but it looked like it was all sage.
But when they brought it, they knew not to bring it there to certain people's house. If the person is looking at the food in a certain way, you should be like, no, they're not gonna eat this. I'm just gonna buy something.
But they thought that it was the bomb too. I'm just like, woo, child, I don't even know how to tell this person that
you don't.
This is how do you tell somebody that their food is nasty?
You'll be like, girl, don't bring none over here like that no more. You still got the cabbage, everything just raw on top of the dressing.
So you just say it like that, or are you gonna just try to save their feelings?
When they brought it over there, they knew about their feelings.
I'm gonna say it not. I'm gonna try to find a way to ease it in there because again, I don't want to.
If you say it nicely, they're gonna do it over and over again.
You know what? That's a good point. But it's like your intention is not to. I guess
those be my intentions
to hurt their feelings.
Yes,
or
ma'am.
To just, yeah. Why is it your intention to hurt their feelings?
Why would you come over there like that?
Because they thought that they was doing.
They didn't think that.
They thought that they knew were so excited. They was like, "Listen, your daughter-in-law, she coming and fixing something for you." And
you were sneezing and you bought that pan of dressing to the door, you knew not to take the foil over there in nobody's house.
Why would we be sneezing though?
The sage, too much.
Man, it's like brown and brick hard, and I'm just like, so it's like.
But you were prepared to eat that.
No, I'm not gonna eat it. It's like, and the crazy part is at the end of the night, now you packing up and you helping.
Throwing that in the garbage. That would be the first thing going in the garbage.
And see, that's what I don't know. So do you throw it in the garbage or should you just give it back to them?
Throw it away.
Okay. So that would be the thing. So you guys, did you all throw the food away that was left over the dish for the family member that could not cook? Do you throw it? Okay. So I know what we ended up doing. We ended up donating. We ended up giving it to the homeless.
And guess what they did with it? Threw it away.
I don't know what they did with it, but because it was, I didn't want to not do anything with the food. We got Nicole Jackson. Nicole is saying you leave it there. But Nicole, do you want the leftovers left at your house or like the dish that nobody wants? Like, do you throw that away or do you give that back to the person that made it? Because again, we gave it away to the homeless, but it could get, it could get real
dangerous,
touch and go when we talking about the leftover foods. But I am that. Let me tell y'all something. I told y'all to watch those people in the family and friends that go and pack stuff. And I pack stuff because first of all, I pack
all
stuff
the time.
I pack stuff all the time because I just do. But my thing is this too. I bring a lot of stuff. Now I don't take back my specific stuff, but I pick, I take back the stuff that I'm like, oh, yeah, mama done made this. I'm taking a whole bunch of this. I'm taking a whole bunch of sister I made this. I'm taking a whole bunch. So I take a whole bunch of other stuff. And I have gotten better though over the years since it's just me at home now. I don't hoard as much food as I used to because I used to be still eating on Thanksgiving food like the week after or 2 weeks after. I've been on froze stuff and put it. We just finished off the turkey yesterday.
I was wondering where she got it from.
It was Thanksgiving turkey. That's where I got it from.
And it looked like it.
That was because we had beat it all up and I had put it in the freezer. But guys, listen, I want to thank you all so much for tuning in again. Please do me a favor. Go to our page and like our page at the J Spot. Follow us on Twitter at J Spot. Also follow us on Instagram at the J Spot Radio. And Jay is spelled Jaye. for all three. Guys, listen, our first hot topic. Now listen, I want to go on record as saying I knew that this foolery was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. Now listen, if y'all remember, a few months ago, Tia Mowry, she gave up her husband, Corey. She done divorced him because she was ready to be about them streets. See, she thought that she wanted to be a housewife. She thought that these streets was where it was at. And y'all know, I was begging her. I said, Tia, please, this ain't what you want, Tia. This ain't what you want out here in these single streets. These folks is for the streets. This ain't what you want. Don't give up your man. Your man ain't beating on you. Your man ain't cheating on you. Nothing. He's a good man, Savannah. He's a good man, Savannah. But she want to give him up. Gave him up, divorced him. Now here it is. Not even 6 months later, she want him back. Do y'all think that Corey should take Tia back? Or do y'all think that he should leave her out here for the streets since that's where she wanted to be? See, she had the Keke Palmer. She thought, all that stuff that Keke Palmer was doing and all this stuff with Usher, she thought that was going to be her life. Tia, the dudes think you a square. Let me just say that. You cute, but if you ain't with all the freaky deaky and you ain't finna make it clap and slap like that, they don't want to be bothered with you. And I was trying to warn you about that before you step back out here in these streets. But Corey, don't you take her back. Don't take her back. What you think about that? Do you think she left this good man? He didn't cheat on her. He didn't beat her. She just said that they basically grew apart, whatever that means, after all these years. But now she want him back.
Some women just don't be prepared for that. And then when you get the bad ones, them the ones that they like. Oh, he's so cute. He just punched me in my face. But them the ones that I want. I'll take you, Corey. I'm single.
But dude, should he take her back? Because
no, he shouldn't.
She done went out there and now
she gave her whole body to the world. Now you won't come back.
like a dog in heat. You done went out there and did God knows what to this good man, Savannah.
Now she done ruined him.
Now you want him back. All of that stuff that she put him through just so she can be out there. She making all these little videos. It's only so many videos that you can make about being single till you realize, dang, I done made a mistake. I should have kept my man. Single. Now you don't want to. And I tried to tell her, I said, y'all.
The thing is, it's getting cold outside.
Exactly. Corey,
don't take her back.
Leave her in them streets. If them streets is what she wanted, let her marinate all up in them streets. Let her reap what she sows. Because I tried to tell her, I told you all, I said, y'all tag Tia, y'all better tell her this is not what you want. These streets are not what you want. You making it seem like it's so fun. And listen, you almost 50. You done played in these streets. It ain't like your knees ain't good. You ain't got them good knees.
Two of them. Why didn't her twin tell her what she was doing was wrong?
Because her twin, her twin just a lame. You know, she over there with that pink gas. So I don't know if her twin was even
pink work too.
Well, it depends on who you ask. But again, Corey, I personally did not like the way she did you. I don't think that you should take her back, but that's a decision for you to make. But what I will say is, if she was out there in the streets, you got to put her on pause and you got to go out there in the streets and you got to get it out your system. You got to get your lick back. Don't go back into that because I'm telling you, because what's going to happen is y'all going to get back together and he going to cheat on you.
As she well most deserves.
Absolutely, because he's gonna cheat on you because you done broke his. He may forgive you and take you back, but listen, you done did all of that stuff for social media. It's gonna come up in the memory, and some just gonna click like, man, she was out here.
Like, I'm out.
I'm out here. She was out here wilding out, and now she want me back after she done did all this. After she done been all in the streets, after she done did all this. Now she want me back. I don't think that you should take her back, bro. But if you do decide to take her back, you have to let her, you got to put her through. She going to have to suffer a little consequences. Don't just go run back and take her back, Corey. Please don't just run and take her back because, again, she ain't learned her lesson. I said, Tia, Please, y'all tell Tia, please, it ain't. Listen, these single streets, this ain't what you want, Tia. This is not what you want out here, Tia. I say it's pee-pee in that dating pool. All they want to do is for you to munch on their butt, and they do it all good. They do all kinds of crazy stuff out here. You don't want this, Tia. You good and wholesome. She didn't want to listen. What we've just grown apart, and he's just this, and he's just Now you see that good man over there now, Savannah. Now you want to come on back. Don't. Corey, you can
Don't do it.
You can do bad by yourself. Like they be wanting the women. See, that's just like when you want you, like they said, the old folks say you never miss a good thing until it's gone. You never miss a good thing until it's gone. And that is gone. So you go ahead on, marry you another woman, go have you some more kids, and then let her have to watch her stepkid. Let her have to bring y'all kids over to your new house with the woman that's going to appreciate you, because she did not appreciate you, Corey. And I did not like that at all. Lionel, he said, ain't nothing in those streets. Make good choices for the betterment of you and those around you. Absolutely. There is absolutely nothing in these streets. And for you to walk away from your marriage after they had been married for like over 15 years and you walk away, he didn't cheat on you.
Nothing.
He didn't hit you. He wasn't doing nothing. I mean,
that was too much for her.
What do you mean?
It was just too much for her. She couldn't believe it. So she wanted to find a reason for him to do something wrong. So that's the reason why she started doing wrong first. But now she'll see that when he comes back, it's not going to be the same.
Why won't it be the same?
Once you step out, it never go back the same.
That's a good point. Guys, what do you all think about that? So once you part ways and then you decide to reconcile, can the relationship or marriage ever go back to the way it was? Or is it a wrap? Because I would think for me, like, I don't know if I wanted to go back to being the same way, because it was something that wasn't working in the first place that made one of the parties one out, one or both one out. So whatever it is that was going on at first, in my opinion, I don't think it was working. So I would not want the relationship to go back to the way it was, but I do want it to be better. So with that being said, so it's like, oh, well, it ain't going to go back. I don't want it to be the same, because if I left, it was something that I wasn't happy with.
Think about it this way. If you have a jar and you unscrew the top and you put the top back on, is the top going to be the same way before you open it?
No. Because the seal has been broken.
And that's how the same through a relationship will be.
So, but you can make it tighter. But again, you're right. You will never get that same seal. You will never get that same seal. But now let's use this. Okay, so there's a storm that comes and it tears your whole house up. And you get the insurance money and you rebuild your house on that same land. Now you've built it bigger, and better than it was before. So it just depends on how you look at the situation.
It might be standing on the same foundation, but it's not going to be the same.
Right, but it's better.
The storm hit.
Right, but you were able to build it bigger and better, and now you're like, man, I got the dream house that I really wanted. Because at first, the house that you had, it was a house that was already built, but when it was destroyed by the storm, you got the insurance money, and now you were able to build the house that you wanted. So you were able to build that house from the ground up. Now it's your house, opposed to you buying a house and moving in a house that was already built. So that's another way that you could look at it. But again, it just depends on relationships and marriages. It's like in the eye of the beholder. So if she felt like she was missing out on something because of all of these reality shows, they making it seem like, oh, we turning up and we doing, girl, your knees are bad. Okay, listen, like you should have had your fun back in the Freaknik days and all this and that, honey. It's not. I'm telling you again, it's not what you want. You don't want to be out here. You don't want to get caught in these streets with your drawers down, because this is just not, it's not a good look, you all. I just want to say that it's not a good look, and it's not all what it's cracked up to be, because again, being single in 2023 is draining. What do you think about being single until if you want to get into like
let's ask the question, what makes you single?
What makes you single? And then how do you feel as far as now you're single opposed to and only get into whatever it is you want to get into? So only say what you want to say.
First of all, I'm the type of person like this. If you call my phone, I'll go with you. So
what?
If you text me, I'll go with you. So therefore, I'm not single. And neither are you. So don't you be out there in the street texting me talking about I'm single. You're not. We're in a relationship. Text a relationship. Call a relationship. We're in some sort of relationship. Okay? So, now let's get back to your question. Now, what would you consider yourself? Now, you calling me every day, texting me, talking all this nice, sweet stuff over the phone. And then when you go outside, they be like, you single? Yeah. How? You just got to... I'm putting it all on Facebook. The words and everything, word for word. Now, what kind of relationship is you not in?
So if he's texting you and you guys are having a private conversation, y'all go together, and he need to know that. We
do go together. The first day I get my phone number, we go together.
And do he know this?
Yeah, I'll tell him. He knows. And the text message that he sent me first, I'll respond back. Okay, boyfriend.
And listen, if you responded back, boyfriend, and he responded, he say, you know what? This my girlfriend right here. This my boo.
He just text back like, okay, boo. Sweetheart.
Y'all go together.
Anytime you say sweetheart to me, we're in love.
That's right. Okay. I'm with you.
Now we're in a serious relationship. Now you say sweetheart.
What about when they call you baby?
Hey, we married now.
So when they call you baby, you married?
Married. They call me love bug. Oh, we've been in a relationship for years.
So do you like dating? Like, how is dating for you? Like, do you like dating in 2020?
I don't like nobody. So, hey, look, long as we keep it understood, then don't you go out there holding my hand or nothing. Because I might not want to be on it that day. When we get home, we go back to the relationship thing. But we outside. I might see some eye candy that looks very tasty. And then he looking at me like, oh, she go help. No, I don't. I'm single.
So then it goes out the room. It goes out the window
when we get home.
When you we're
in a relationship again.
Well, I personally like dating, and it's so tiresome. And I know people will be like, it depends on your pool, and listen, it's fecal matter in every pool. There's fecal matter in the low income pool, middle class income pool, high class. It don't have value wherever. It's fecal matter in all of these
prefer the high class pool.
You do why?
Because it's better to be high.
But it's like, they don't treat, like a lot of them don't treat you right because they have money.
Wait. Now we gotta fix this. The ones that don't got no money ain't gonna treat you right. So what does it matter if you got a lot or a little? The one with no money is gonna treat you worse than the one with a lot of money. Because the one with no money, he gonna feel like he got all the respect. No, I'm for to hurt your feelings. And your pocket's already hurt. Now your feelings will be hurt right along with it.
So you rather deal with the disrespect or the
he can't win in my situation. So there's no way that my disrespect gonna outweigh his disrespect. So he gonna be feeling less than a person.
So listen, you better know what you're getting into. You better
before you get into it.
You better make sure you want to ride Miss Reese's ride before you get on up in there, because
don't sign a contract with the devil. Read every word, even the small letters, because you don't know what you're getting into. It's very small letters. Take a magnifying glass if you have to and look at them.
Well, like I said, for me, dating, I'm just like, because I hate meeting new people.
I don't.
I hate starting over. You don't hate meeting new people?
Because the pockets get bigger or small on each person.
So explain that. So, because like I say, for me, just dealing with somebody new, having to get to know what your level of crazy is, their level of crazy is. It's just like, do you really want to keep going through that? I'm just like, man, sometimes I'm just like, I just don't be feeling like it. Sometimes it be a little bit too much. And it's just like.
Have you ever met somebody that you could just get them a look and they know to shut up talking to you? You don't have to even he gonna just to look alone. He gonna be like, I'm gonna go out the door. You can give him a look of death, and he be like, dang, she done killed me.
He know. Listen, I bet if I leave out this door, I
I'm
better
dead.
stay,
If
or
I
I better
stay
stay.
here,
I better
I'm
stay
dead.
gone.
Either way it goes, I'm not gonna win.
Well, dating is, as I said, it's just
It's a game.
It's too much, and for me, I'm just like I just listen, just the getting to know each other
You
process
wanna
again.
you like to see. You can't let when you meet them. You can't let them think that. Oh yeah, she the one I'm finna walk over. When you meet them, you gonna be the one that he said, "Oh no, I ain't finna play with her."
Cause you, so how do you let them know?
Like you give him a look.
And then he gonna know that
That's a look of disaster. He already knew.
she finna ruin my life. You get
Like she finna take me down for everything. The nice things I try to do, it ain't gonna work. Sometimes you make them want to play hangman. Have you ever seen the hangman thing? You just let them hang themselves. Only thing I love is the hanger thing, the neck part. All the other stuff gone. So he ain't got nowhere else to go. But either you do right or it's over. Neck gone now.
Speaking of doing right and it's over, you all listen. What do you all think about this? And if you want to talk to us, guys, it's 708-223-8953. Again, our number is 708-223-8953. Listen, they're testing this out in Delaware. So they're saying that the child support will now start to come on a debit / EBT type of card. So they're testing that out in Delaware right now. So they're saying that it's allegedly being tested out right now in Delaware. And they're saying that with the child support being on this new EBT type of debit card, that it's going to prohibit certain type of purchases. So they're saying that, like, if you wanted to pay your bills, you can no longer pay your bills with child support money. You can no longer buy like gas or things like that. Only things that will be approved that you can purchase with this this child support EBT card are things for the kids. And it has to be kid size. So if you're buying clothes, it has to be kid size clothes, and so on and so forth. What do you all think about that? Do you think that that's a great regulation for child support, where the money should be on an EBT card now, and it's certain things that you can buy? What do you think about that, Miss Reese?
I think that is good because half of these mamas out here don't do nothing but go get eagle lashes, eagle claw nails. It's good. That way she can't be an eagle. She can't have them long old nails. She can't have them, and then she can't be talking about this mama. It ain't yours. Now you got to buy food for the kids. Now you got the mamas out here be nails be dead, hair be dead, kid nose be boogery. Girl, go get that. Now the daddy is taking care of the kid. Now the kid got some tissue and everything you need. And you can't buy your boyfriend nothing to drink.
So listen, well, there you have it. So you got it now from Miss Reese saying that, you know what? Listen, I think that that's a great idea. We got Leanna. Hey, our sister on here. Lee, how you doing? So listen. So Miss Reese is saying, yes, I agree with the child support being on an EBT card. Well, here's the thing. I think that that's some bull junkie. Okay, I am not on board with that, because here's the thing. If there's so many other things that need to be taken into consideration, and here's the thing, for those that are really working, and first of all, when you get, say for instance, you get my child support I get it once a month. Well, I've already paid for the expenses for our kid. So now you mean to tell me that I can't recoup what I've already spent, because your child support, the dues and everything were due before your child support payment hit. So are you telling me that I can't get my money back? Like, say for instance, if they are in some type of activity.
So what? I feel like this. What you do for the child does not have anything to do with the support that has been taken out of the dad's check or the mom's check. Now, if you bought this and you bought that, okay, that's what you chose to do. Now, the support is to take care of whatever needs to be done. So what you bought already have already been bought. Why would you have to worry about that need to be replacing that you bought, where you could just use that for something else?
Right, because at the something else that what was needed for the child was needed before the child support hit. And it's so the child support covers what is needed, but the child support doesn't come until after the fact. So does that mean that now the kid can no longer go on a field trip because everything is on an EBT card? So you can't swipe no EBT card at the doggone field trip. How do you get the kid's haircut at the EBT? Because that's not specifically for the kid. That's not anybody can go to the barber shop to get their hair cut. Or what if you got a little princess and you want to take her to get her nails, because parents are getting their little hair and their little nails and stuff done. So that when you ring that up, that would probably be declined because the EBT.
But if you said it's supposed to be like half and half, right? Half EBT and half like.
No, they want to replace child support, so no more checks. They want to put everything on an EBT card.
EBT is like food stamps though,
right? So it's gonna be designed specifically for child related things. But like Leanna was saying, she said you have to pay rent, you have to pay bills, and you have to buy food. Now, fellas, what do you all think about that? Because this, I think, and that's where the bulk of the conversation comes in at.
No male have anything to say about it.
So and I want to see. So fellas, what do you guys have to say? Like, what do you think about that? Like Leanna said that you have to pay bills, meaning the mother has to pay the bills. They have to pay the rent. They have to do all of that stuff. They have to do the upkeep of the kid. So my thing would be this for the guys, or for whoever said that, yeah, I think you should put it on an EBT card. So you say that because a lot of guys like, okay, I got child support. I work. So you can't never sit up here and tell me, oh, well, my child support going to, she got her hair done. And she got her nails done. I work. So you mean to tell me because I got child support, I can't go get my hair done, I can't keep my nails done? That's what I work for. But I didn't lay down and swing off these, baby. But I didn't do that by myself. I didn't keep it on the down low by myself and make this kid by myself. So you're not going to put those type of restrictions on me while you go and live your life however you want to. Because if you felt that strongly, and I always like to say this, if you feel that strongly about the mother not doing right by your money or right by the child support money, because once it goes to her, it's no longer your money.
Okay, so what do you think about the women that pay child support?
Exactly. The same. I don't see a difference as far as the gender. Right is right. If the thing is you're paying child support, the only way that I would have a problem with the child support is if my kid was looking, like you said, nose boogery, ain't looking dirty, looking homeless, then I would have a problem with that.
Yeah.
But as long as my kid is taken care of, what can I say? My kid is living a good life. My kid is not poor, broke, and starving. I don't have anything to say about it. But for those that see and their kids are in that situation and you see that they're not being taken care of. So my thing would be this: you sitting there complaining, she doing this or she not doing that, or yeah, they need to put the child support on an EBT card. Hey, bro, why don't you take her down to court and get joint custody of your kid? If you feel like your kid ain't being taken care of, because essentially that's what that's what it boils down to. Your kid, you feel like your kid is not being taken care of with the money that's allotted for child support.
But to me, child support is like forcing the other parent to take care of the child. That's what child support is to me, because if you have to be ordered by someone else to provide for something that you made, it's like you're being forced to do it. And in the long run, a lot of times people want to accept the child support, but me personally, I wouldn't want to accept the child support because I wouldn't want to feel like I'm forcing nobody to do anything for my children.
Well, see, I had child support, and whether he felt like it was a force or not, that's a personal choice that he had to deal with. That was between him and God. But I took child support, and I would do it again because, again, it wasn't about me. And my child support, I paid, with the child support. I'm just like, my son went to a private school. He went to a private school all his life. So I was able to do that because of the child support. I mean, it still didn't cover all of it, but it was definitely a nice amount. And I always had an open door policy where if you ever want to know where your child support go, I'm going to text you the school's information, and I'm going to text you who you can count, who you can call, and I'm going to text you the account number so that you can pay the balance of what's left because your child support didn't cover it all. So if we want to have that type of conversation. Thankfully, I never had that conversation. Because again, I work, so I'm going to keep myself up. My son going to be looking nice. But he's going to get a quality education. So if you're able to do that, but the flip side to that would be what happens when the mother has multiple kids and you're getting child support from one of the fathers. What do you think that parents should do in a situation like that? Like one kid's father is paying child support, but the mother has other kids. And the father is like, yo, I want the child support just to go for my kid.
But you can't. I mean, it all depends on how many kids and how much the money. Now, you have to split it down the middle. I mean,
but what if he says, okay, I don't want to split that down the middle. This is my kid. Those other kids, I don't have nothing to do with that.
Then you would take it as being a mother and figure it out. Like, would I accept the point where he's saying, or would I make sure that my kids are treated equally?
So what do you think? So would you treat the kids equally, or would you listen to the kid? Would you listen to the father?
I would use the money and take care of all the kids.
And see, and with that, and that's what I'm thinking, like, but the EBT card would prohibit that, or it would track that, because he's like, okay, well, you know what? I'm going to get a report on how my car, on this car, okay, my baby is only 5. Why are you paying for basketball camp with this and basketball and ballet for this when my baby only 3?
But you got to think of this. When it comes up to the food and all this, he wouldn't know what's being used.
But if it's on the EBT card, they'll be able to track it, because categories.
Yeah, look, you can track the food, but you don't know who mouth the food is going in.
But he will know, like, for, again, if you guys have a 4-year-old, your 4-year-old ain't in high school basketball camp. So now he see that being paid every month. Now he's going to be like, okay, well, you paying this on this card, this for your other son, this for your oldest daughter, or whoever the kid, this ain't for my kid. Here's the thing. Child support is for the child. The only way,
The children.
She's saying the children. Listen, you all, again, I only had one kid, so I don't know how it would feel to have multiple kids and have to, but I know, just as being a mother, I couldn't see myself letting one of my kids live better than my other children. Just like as a mother, I got to do what's best for my kids. And you should want that, because your kid is in the household with their siblings, and you don't want to do anything that will put them in position for the other siblings to dislike them because you're doing more for that kid than the others. And again, that is not your responsibility, and it's not your fault. Somewhat. But I will say this, it is your fault and it is your responsibility. Once you have kids with somebody that already got kids, then you know that they got other responsibilities. So if she's a good mom and she's a good woman, she gonna flip that child support 3 ways, and there's nothing that you gonna be able to say about it.
6 ways.
6 ways, 8 ways, 10 ways, 12 ways. All the kids are going to be taken care of. So it's just like, when we talk about that child support bid, it's just like, let's just do the right thing by these kids, and let's just make sure we are putting the kids' best interests first. And speaking of child support and putting the children's best interests first, what do you all think about this? There was a video circulating where the young lady, and I'm using that very loosely. So she had a baby girl. The baby girl wasn't even about 1 year old. She wasn't even 1 yet. And
put the wig on the baby.
This raggedy,
trifling
son of a
forefinger.
Ooh. So they had the baby, and they're putting a lace front wig on the baby. They had the little pig. It was a wig in the shape of some pigtails, some puffy Afro puffs on the baby. And the baby's just sitting there, just like, oh my God. So they got she holding the baby down. So the baby don't move, and they gluing and clipping the lace front and all this and that. And when she was done, I'm just like, now you know what? You a raggedy mess. You come from a long line of raggedy people. So they actually set back. The person that was doing it thought it was a good idea. The person that was holding it, the mother that held the baby thought it was a good idea. The person that was recording him. So you got 3 raggedy sums, and not now one I'm saying, now this is stupid. Now this don't make no sense. Now what you gonna do this to this baby for? 3 out of 3, I don't know, young adults, young people, you all had the same thought that this was cute for a little baby. So the question is, you all, do you all think that it's okay if the baby the baby girl really don't have a bunch of hair? Do you think it's okay for the mother to
put a wig on the baby?
Put the wig on the baby. And have a, I don't know. To me, that's just like creating self-esteem issues. Now, wait, we got Leanna. She said, I think it was cute. That was a hot mess. I'm just like, I wanted to see the mama listen.
What did the mama look like?
They didn't even show her because she probably was bald head. Listen, this is why y'all can't be having babies with these old men. And then
Hey, watch yourself.
You cannot be having babies with these old men. And then you thinking that your baby listen. If you ugly or
precious.
Yes. If you're precious and then your baby is precious, look, you don't forget. You don't win and got that 18-inch platinum blonde yucky hair, and you forgot that you were bald head underneath. So your baby gonna get what really is in your DNA, which is no hair. So, but you done got so comfortable with wearing the 18-inch blonde platinum yucky, you forgot that when you go home, like so your baby gets whatever is in your DNA. So unfortunately, you passed on no hair.
Not necessarily. You got, see, the baby can really be in between on length of hair because it have a bald spot. It can have a patch missing. It can have a George Jefferson. It can have a...
We got a caller. Caller, thank you for calling. This is Jaye speaking. State your name and where you're calling from.
Hey, Jay, this is Ray from Camden, New Jersey.
Hey, Ray, how you doing?
All right. I wanted to touch base on the child support subject. Are y'all still talking about that?
We were not, but you can go ahead since you called in. What do you think about that? Should they put the child support on the EBT card?
Oh, I was thinking, yeah, because it's supposed to be for the child, not for, other expenses.
Okay. So what about if the parent, the mother or whoever, the custodial parent, they have to pay, like the light bill and the gas bill and the rent or the mortgage? Do you not think that that's a part of child support that shouldn't be included?
No, the mom should be working.
Okay. Listen.
If you're not actually ready to really financially take care of a child, then why have it? Nowadays, women have the option of knowing what they want before the child is even here.
And you know what? I'll say this from your mouth to God's ears. If only these folks was thinking about it like that, this world would be a much better place. And I totally agree. Let's, definitely start going back and having kids within the compound of marriage when you're financially able to. But at this rate, that's not happening. But we look forward to transitioning back to that type of family structure. But in the meantime, I just think that, listen, child support, listen, it has to go both ways, because if the father had custody of the kid, my thing would be this: would he want that type of restriction, or would he want those type of stipulations on the child support if it was vice versa? So I just feel like whatever is good enough for the mother is good enough for the father. So for me, when I'm talking about child support, I'm not thinking about gender. I'm thinking about what's best in the best interest for the child. But you definitely made a great point. And so, like I said,
Yes, exactly.
from your mouth to
And
God's ears.
yes, and my thing is, because of the simple fact that the father has no say so until the child is actually born, he's stuck. He's left. Like, he don't know what to do. That's a bad thing, because that's where a lot of broken homes come in at.
You are so right about that, Ray. And I'm gonna tell you, I will be the first one to say the child support system is definitely not set up for the fathers to win at all.
Exactly.
At all. So you definitely have to be proactive. And that's why when we talk about things regarding child support, I'm an advocate on the fairness of child support. So I don't take sides. I just want what's right and what's best for the child. And a lot of times we get so lost in that, because when you talk about child support, both sides get in their feelings. But it's like, at the end of the day, if we can stop adulting and think about, listen, how does this affect the child, and what can we do that's going to make this child's life better? You know, even though we don't want to be with each other, we don't want to deal with each other, how can we make our child happy? How can we raise a well-rounded child? And if we start thinking like that and start having that to be the focus of the conversation, I think a lot of arguments will stop. I think a lot of feelings would, because we're focusing on the baby. But we're not there yet.
Exactly.
People focusing on, I'm gonna stick it to him. She over there, she moved on. I don't want that baby around. It'll be listen. It's so many. Listen, it's so many.
Part the child be left with like a broken heart.
Yes, absolutely.
Grow up with childhood trauma there already.
And then
started.
They turn grown, and now they turn it around and repeating the cycle.
And got to stop somewhere.
You are so right about that. Well, thank you so much, Ray, for calling in. I really appreciate it. Thank you for your support as well, honey.
Thank you. I love you.
Love you too, honey. Have a good one.
I'm going to go back to watching.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, that was Ray from New Jersey calling in. Thank you so much, Ray. But yeah, that child support, baby, we could talk about that all night long. But again, we have to go back to what is best for the kid. And I think once we start making the kids the center focus, then I think that we'll start to see a change in just how we parent and how we behave. But back to this foolery with this hair. Listen, we said it in the DNA. Listen, if you looking like the boogeyman and he looking like the boogeyman, and see, again, they get it all twisted. Listen, you don't went ahead a BBL, honey, that's not your real body.
Ooh, Lord.
And now you giving birth.
Can we speak about that?
Go ahead.
Have you ever, some of these women just need to be very, very grateful for the way they made. Because anytime you go get whatever you're getting done to your body, and it look like you got elbows hanging out to hips and 3 pillows in your butt, because that's what it is. You got one on each side and one in the middle. That looks so terrible, ladies. First of all, everybody not meant to be shaped that way. So therefore, you need to appreciate how you're shaped, because sometimes you can make your body worse than what it was before. And then you have a lot of regrets. But once you get that type of stuff done, sometimes it's unfixable. You can't go back the way you used to be. So now you got to keep getting extra things done. Ladies, we need to be glad for who we are and how we are, and just take it that way.
And that will lead us to our next hot topic. So what do you all think about the BBLs and the BBL process? It's just like
too much.
It's just like, God, like we have gotten so out of control with this. It's just like the obsession. And I know a lot of it has to do with the social media. It's just like some women, they're willing to risk it all just for a few likes on social media, just to go viral temporarily, but then you lose your life. You're going over here to these countries that are not even regulated and licensed, and you're letting these people experiment on you and just do all kinds of things. And now you come back and it's just like
looking like a Siamese cat.
What about what they have?
And them big old hips, like your stomach is like sunk there, and then you got this like 300-pound body on the bottom, and at the top you got 20 pounds. It just don't look right, ladies. And if it leave me, look, let me look at you. I'm gonna tell you how you really look to me.
And let me tell you, all and they do, a lot of them do that, all in the name of twerking. Let me tell you all, I'm so tired of seeing these. Listen, I am all twerked out. Like, if I see another twerk video, I am going to scream.
Don't scream, just get your wet extension cord and just go through the line.
I'm just tired. I'm just like, grown, you got seasoned women. I'm just like, since when? Listen, you twerking the dust out that thing, like you twerking, and you don't even see all the sand and dust coming out that thing. That thing's so old, and you just twerk. I'm just like, I can't help but to think, I'm like, all of that. I'm like, ooh, that gotta smell like that old jean I tell grandma and them used to wear, or that Tussie and that Dusty and whatever.
That's the kind that you wear the red lipstick with.
Right. Look, she got it. She got on me early when she said, I got on a lipstick. What you said I got on a lipstick?
I said red lipstick. And some fragrances that you put the red lipstick on with. Like, it's just like, that's can't supposed to put red lipstick on with.
The whole lipstick. I said I got the porn wig on with the porn lipstick. So listen, I'm gonna embrace my inner porn.
I don't wear lipstick because of that reason.
But this twerking,
some of them don't even. You know what? Have you ever seen any of the BBL, whatever you call it, BBL, whatever? I don't know what it's called because I'm just straight down. But these women, they just don't understand. When you sit down on it, you can tell it's fake. One side be loppy, the other side be up. I mean, like, and when that air go out of it.
And it's like, what are you going to do when it's like they're getting them done now? Like, say, the 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, they're getting those done now. So what are you going to do, like, when you have a baby? Listen, you gain weight, like all of that stuff. Now your silicone is going to either rise up to your back, or it's going to drop down to your quads and your hamstrings and all the other stuff. And you're going to be in a mess.
Or it's going to bust and look like a bottle of water. Now, which one?
In your legs. So now you're going to have to go have it drained, because they had a story about this girl. She was a model, and she went and got all of this stuff done. And when it bust, she was in trouble. So she got an infection all through her system. So ladies,
think before you go out there doing that.
Love yourself. It's not worth dying for. I say my thing is this: if drinking some apple cider vinegar and detoxing ain't gonna get rid of it, the world is gonna get whatever I give it. So whatever is hanging out over here, or I can't squeeze in here, well, take me as I am. As Auntie Mary said, take me as I am. I have nothing at all. Take me as I am, because listen, I'm loving the roles that I am in. Guys, we're going to take a short musical break. And when we return, we have more hot topics to get into. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss it. You're listening to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time.
Loving you has always been easy, because it's true. Yeah. I would not believe if someone would have told me you would come along to reveal my soul, cause I was done with love, my heart had grown cold, so cold. You had good energy, exactly what I needed. You walked in my life and placed the joy where was needed. Not a mirage, what I feel for you. Put that on God, girl, I'm loving you. It's easy to love. Easy to love. Said it's easy. It's easy to love. Easy to love. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Loving you has always been easy 'cause you're beautiful. Loving you has always been wonderful, more than you'll ever know. We got the chemistry, go together like love sex. The passion and care we show one another tops all the rest. The feelings I have for you, I ain't felt in so long. What we share together, baby, the bond is so strong. It's no facade of what I feel for you, love. But that, oh God, I got love for you. Yeah, said it's easy to love, easy to love. Said it's easy, baby. It's easy to love, easy to love. Said it's easy, baby. It's easy to love, easy to love. Said it's easy, so easy to love. Easy to love you. Loving you has always been easy 'cause you're beautiful. Loving you, yeah, yeah, is what I search my life to do. Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Welcome back to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families one conversation at a time. Guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Please do me a favor, you all. Go to our page and like our page at the J Spot. Follow us on Twitter at J Spot. Also follow us on Instagram at the J Spot. And Jay is spelled Jaye. For all three. While you're at it, go right around the corner to YouTube. Boop, boop, boop. Like and subscribe our channel there. That's the J Spot Radio. Go to TikTok and like and follow us there. That's the J Spot. And again, Jay is Jaye. Guys, it's just me. And sitting next to just me, we got my special guest on tonight. We got Miss Reese. She's up in here holding it down. Listen, kicking it with me on this Thursday, you all. How you doing, Miss Reese?
I'm good.
Thank you so much for joining me.
Anytime.
Yeah, she's saying inside, she's like, yeah, well, I says this line, I ain't about to come, I ain't gonna be messing with her. That's what I feel like she's saying in her spirit, but I'm gonna keep it to what she said from her mouth. But guys, listen, thank you so much for tuning in. Now listen, guys, these hot topics, it was a lot going on over Thanksgiving. So let me ask you all this. What do you all think about T.I. and that little carrot top boy of a son he got, King? What do you all think about that situation that was going on with them? You know, I find that their son, the clips that I've been seeing, I believe that young man is very, very, very disrespectful. And it's just like, you can't listen. You're not going to be. What happened to kids being afraid to disrespect their parents? Like, we were brought up, if you disrespect your parents, God going to strike you down. You're not going to live to see your days out and all of this. It's just like these kids today, some of these folks, they don't care. Even if you are a young adult or you grown, I'm still never ever gonna talk to my mama like that. I would have never talked to my grandma like that. Never talked to an auntie or uncle like that, because we were raised better than that. Now, some people would say, all that beating, because some people were saying, oh, well, he should have got spanked when he was little, or he should have got whoopings or what have you. But I don't know if he got whoopings or if he got spanked or anything while he was little. All I can say is that his behavior and the way that he talked to his parents in front of his parents is so disrespectful and is so out of line. And I think that his daddy need to put his foot all the way up his behind until he's coughing out Jordans or whatever it is, whatever type of shoe that T.I. wear. I think that he should put his foot so far up his behind. But it just made me think about how sometimes we as parents, you want to make sure that your kids have a better life than you had. You want to make sure that they didn't struggle and have all those type of situations that you had. So like if you came up through the ranks, you didn't have, clothes for them when they were a baby and you struggled and then you made it. Your parents didn't have things for you, but when you had your kid, you was in position financially and you made sure that your kid had everything. But when we do that, sometimes we forget to give them the most important things, which is respect, morals, values, having integrity, having respect for their parents, having respect for elders, having that type of relationship. We forget to give them that because we're so focused on giving them the financial things. But again, we don't focus on giving them those core values, the things that make us us, because we're so determined and we're so focused on, man, I didn't have this. I didn't have the best of that. I didn't have that. I'm going to make sure my kids have all of this materialistic stuff. But then you don't give them any of the good values that your parents instilled in you. So now you have a generation of ungrateful, disrespectful, entitled kids or young adults. Now they're so entitled, so not grateful. And it's just like, it's so disappointing because again, some parents, they try so hard to give what's best. I'm like, man, I'm giving you the best that I got. And this is how you repay me, by being a douchebag. And his son right now, T.I. knows his son to the core. But what he's displaying to us, sir, you are a donkey douchebag and you need to grow up. T.I., you all need to cut him off financially and let him go out there and find his way. He want to be about that life, then you know what? Sometimes you got to cut the cord and let him go out there and be about that life. See, he can still talk that trash. You can talk and say, your mama them didn't do this and your mama them didn't do that, but let you go and try to swipe that credit card that's in your mama and them name, but then it's declined. That card is declined because that's your mama. See, this is what they got to understand. Your mama and your daddy rich. Honey, you just benefiting from it, okay? Your mama and your daddy, they rich. You know some rich folks, honey. You ain't rich. You ain't been in the studio, made nothing go TikTok, flick, flock, platinum. You ain't did none of that. So you not rich. Your parents are. T.I., you might have to remind him of that.
In that situation, he think they entitled to what he entitled to because of who his parents are.
But his parents need to show him that, yeah, it's not that easy, Slick. So we not even rocking like that because, again, this here is my juke joint, okay? Like how this here my juke joint. This my juke joint. And it's my money, and that's how it's going to be. You ain't rich. I made this money. You didn't write it. We out of here. It's because it's my prerogative because you made that ish. Make him stand. Listen. He told them he on his business 10 toes down. Make him stand 10 toes down. I take off the Jordan. Listen, I say like this. Whatever you bought, you get to keep on. Everything else, I want it. What you mean? I bought out. No. Let me run it like this, partner. Whatever income that you got from the job that you work, that bought whatever piece of item and clothing you got on, that's what you keep on. Everything else, run that back because guess what? You standing 10 toes down on business. I'm standing 10 toes down on business. And we gonna, because you can't be both. You can't be a dependent and then be grown. Choose ye this day which side of the struggle and which side of the coin you gonna fall on. Liana, she's saying they are the devil. Daviana saying, tell them, auntie, yeah, you got to figure out which side of the coin you're going to be on. But I would say this to the young people. Get it together. Really seriously. I mean, we are losing you all at an alarming rate because of all of the craziness that is going on. It's like we have a superficial generation. It's just like, what are we going to do tomorrow? We have to focus on what's really going on in today's society. It's not twerking. It's not Dusty Red. It's not Goldie Hawn. It's not any of that. All that stuff is going to pass away. It's so many other issues that we have to focus on. And if we don't do that, we're going to be lost. So all the young people, listen, your parents don't owe you anything. Whatever they were able to do for you, they've done it. If you are 18 and over, now it's your chance, and now it's your time to pick yourself up by your bootstraps and do what you have to do. They raised you. They did the best that they could with whatever it is that they had. Here's the thing. Whatever you don't like about your childhood or how you grew up, change it. Do something different with your life and going forward. Use those negative things, turn it into something positive, but better yourself. But again, once you are of age, your parents don't owe you anything. Your parents owe you nothing. So guys, listen, we're going to take a short musical break. And when we return, we have more hot topics to get into. And then our topic for the evening: who should initiate and pay for the first date? You're listening to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation.
No anybody love me, you are the one that lives in me, my dear. I should never feel lonely. You don't ever wanna spend some time. I want your love in every drop of a dime. You see me calling, you should come running. Quit all that stalling, my body's calling. I got downtime, out of time. This could be so perfect for one hell of a night. Think you got a secret ease, any coke in my cup. I just wanna slow this on you, baby, we can turn it up. You had your chance, no second chances. This love I have is not for play. Under no circumstances, I'm in need of romancing. Pick up the phone, cause I get so lonely. Can't let no anybody love me. You are the one that lives in me, my dear. I should never feel lonely. Lately your love has been on my mind. Obviously busy, I wanna unwind. Fantasizing, thinking about you. Imagine all I could. Anticipating is about to go down. I get so lonely. Don't leave me waiting up for you. I get so lonely. You had your chance, no second chances. This love I have is not for play. Under no circumstances, I'm in need of romancing. Pick up the phone, cause I get so
whatever. Welcome back to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time. Guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Please do me a favor, you all. Go to our page and like our page at the J Spot. Also follow us on Twitter at J Spot. Also follow us on Instagram at the J Spot. And Jay is spelled Jaye for all three. While you're at it, go right around the corner. Boop! Like and subscribe to our channel, the J Spot Radio. go to TikTok. Like and follow us there at the J Spot. Again, guys, Jay is Jaye. And guess what? Turn on the notification bells for all of them. Boop, boop. Guys, it's just me. Sitting next to me, you all, we have my co-host, Lady Lotus, esthetician, Chandler, mother of a group of cool dudes,
all right now,
and a little lady.
That thing.
How you doing?
I am awesome.
Good.
I made it through traffic.
Girl, Lord, it's only gonna get better though, because it's the holiday season, man. Oh man,
they know they ain't buying nothing.
How was your holiday?
We road trip to Georgia. It was awesome.
So how did my little friend do on the road trip?
She did good. You know, it was a conversation about she can't have grown people alcohol, grown people drinks, but it was good. I can't complain. I relaxed. Okay. I got my crack wings. Shout out to the bando. Man, if you ever in ATL. This is not sponsored. Go to the bando and get you some crack wings.
But you know what? Y'all can be a sponsor because I ain't never had them. So y'all have to send me some, and so I can test them out and give my, my reaction to it, or my, my vote, and let you all know what I think, because I am, interested in trying some new things somewhat somehow. So we will see about that. But guys, sitting next to Lady Lotus, we have a special guest with us on tonight, Miss Reese. How you doing? You all, she has been hanging in here. I know she like, what? It's a lot of stuff that I want to say, but I've already been told I can't cuss. I said, you can't cuss. You can't cuss. Don't cuss. Don't cuss. And she's like, I ain't going to, but it's going to be hard. Don't cuss. Whatever you do, don't cuss.
It's hard.
Sit up and speak up into the mic.
And the other station, they beep. Beep. I guess they don't do that here, so I gotta be careful.
You be very careful. And speaking of being careful, you all, listen, our next hot topic. Again, sometimes we just, some of us just go a little too far. Now, look, what do you guys think? Look, the privacy, it's like every time you turn around, there's an issue about some phones, okay? So they're saying when the phone is left, if there's a message that comes through, okay, the message comes through on your mate or your spouse's phone. Ooh. Should you be able to read that message, or are your text messages your privacy? So can your mate or your spouse read your text messages, or is that your privacy? What do you all think about that? Guys, if you want to talk to us tonight, our number is 708-223-8953. Again, that number is 708-223-8953. What do you think, Lady Lotus, should your mate be able to read your text messages, or is that private?
Man, y'all dang on business. I don't care. Ain't nobody texting me. Ain't nobody messaging me or talking to Keisha about Lady Lotus, whoever you want me to be. We ain't talking about nothing. Now, if I was one of them things, if I was out here, dropping it like it's hot, then don't worry about what's going on my phone. Let me turn that over. It ain't your business. If you got something to hide, then, people going to feel like you shouldn't be in my stuff. If that's your partner and y'all ain't got nothing to hide, then who cares?
Now, what about you, Miss Reese? Do you think that your mate should, or a spouse should be able to read your text messages, or is that your privacy?
He shouldn't be able to read mine, but if I can't read his, he might as well consider himself shelter friendly.
Thank you.
Wait a minute.
She said shelter friendly.
So you can read his.
Of
Let
course.
me get this right. But he can't read yours.
See, my phone is my phone. His phone is our phone.
I am leaving right now. I am not going to be a part of
What do you guys think? Do you guys listen? You all, Miss Reese said, my phone is my phone. His phone is our phone. And I'm going to read what messages come through because that's our phone.
You are right.
Now, my thing is this. I'm like, okay, so I'm in the middle. I don't have anything to hide. So, I don't care about you reading my text messages. But if you read my text messages, then I need to be able to read your text messages. Because if you want to turn
You got
your
the
phone,
wrong understanding, ma'am. It don't go that way.
How do we go?
You can read his because that's what they're there for you to read them. But he has no business going in your phone.
See, what I want to know is what is prompting all of this? Is it somebody else's insecurities? Like, why do we care about somebody's phone? Did you see somebody text him with the heart eyes, and now you want to know?
He ain't gonna get a chance to have no privacy because every time I hear boop,
I don't care.
So why? She's saying so later on. So why are you in it? Because it's a ding. You know it ain't your phone. So why are you worried about
why
who?
are you so busy
It's his
with
phone
this
ding.
okay,
dinging?
if it go through the one time, I'm fine with it. But if he keep doing it, ding, that means something important she trying to tell him, and he just ain't trying to let me see.
Now, I'm with you on that. Don't be sitting up here rejecting calls,
And
then you hide in the bathroom, and I hear you hello, or like you said, it keep dinging and dinging and dinging.
Ding. Make it a song.
You
want to be a part of it.
You got too much time on your hands. If you're worried about what somebody else's phone dinging and pinging, that mean you don't trust this person.
Wait a minute now.
So my sister Leanna, she's saying he should just mind his own business.
Okay.
I ain't gonna say it, but she should too.
But look, so my thing is this. My thing is with the phone. If don't do me, however, do unto me as you want me to do unto you.
But those phones can really ruin relationships.
How?
They really. Sweetheart, I done lost a lot of relationships like that. I know.
Losing a relationship over no.
I have ended a lot of them that way because it bothers me when you sitting there with your eyes that big and you know I'm getting ticked off because the phone keep on and you just look up a little bit and you know who called it. Then you want to look back at me. Don't look at me to put the phone right there so I can see what you talking about.
It's not the phone. It's the person. It's him and what he's doing.
That's what's happening on the phone.
But he is the call.
She the call. She the one with the lingerie on the other end of the phone. Texting him.
But he let her do it.
And he's sitting there in his mouth with no sweet nothings just going straight across his brain.
We just be putting the blame on the wrong place.
Wait,
sweet nuts in the lingerie.
Wait a minute. So my brother on here, Daryl, he said, what about her phone?
I
told you.
We just told you our phone is our phone. Us phone.
Her business. Keep your eyes
Your phone is us phone. My phone is my phone.
You act like you ain't here, Miss Larice.
Okay.
Daryl.
So
brother, don't play like that.
Rep Cap, he's saying, I hope I'm saying that right. Red Cap said y'all still ain't got no D business effing with his phone if he don't F with yours. That's what he said.
He's so aggressive. That must be on his end.
Angela's saying, who's asking to go out? I don't mind. Okay, we haven't got to that part yet, Angela, but we're going to come back to your comment. But yeah, it's like these phones.
What was the gentleman name that just stated the last statement?
Rev, you in trouble, whatever your name is.
What's his name?
I don't see him.
Rev Cap.
Let's get this together now, buddy.
He said, leave this man phone alone. If you what you effing with his phone for?
But if you was not doing anything in the phone, sir, I would have to be worried about. I'm more worried about the phone than I'm worried about outside.
I don't even get your priorities in
order. Listen,
I'm more worried about the phone than I am outside. She don't even care about the girl with the lingerie. It's the phone.
It's the phone that works for me. It's what's on the phone, the color of the phone. I can imagine what he looking like, what thinking about the phone. What he thinking about made me think about what's worse for him.
How you doing, Mr. Lee? Now listen, Daryl is saying, who paid the bill?
You could pay all the bills. But when it comes phone ting, I have to get in there to clear my brain. I won't bad sleep with that doing that.
It is bothering her. She needs to know
very
why.
much. I need to know why is that phone doing that.
And why?
And what
so
for?
Now, what if they had their phone on silent and you don't?
I can feel that.
She feel it in her.
I feel it in my soul.
Yeah, that's
that's the look he get when he look up at you like this. You know somebody on the other end of that phone ain't got no business being on that.
So is that your woman's intuition kicking?
I don't need no intuition. I ate my intuition up. I know the look when I'm telling you when they give you that bedroom stare look.
Like I'm busted.
They know. Oh my God, I got caught. You caught. Put the phone down. Unlock it. Don't put no password code nothing in it because I'm gonna get it in one way or the other. If I got a factory reset it, me or you won't know what's wrong with it.
Now that's a first.
She
She
said,
said
factory reset.
I
So you
never
want-
thought about that one.
Wow, no more contacts, nothing. Now you gotta start all over.
Ooh,
You gotta get new numbers and everything now. Now let's do this.
ooh.
She said,
You done lost old contacts, new contacts. Now you have no contacts. Now I gotta help you. Look, now I know everything. I'm gonna save all your data in my phone. So therefore, any numbers you need, just ask me.
"Woo, child, I can't."
They saved it in Google anyway.
Okay. Well, look, I know it's Google. I need that too. In case you get locked out of, I got the password.
So you need the information for his benefit.
To help him. You know, they forget a lot of stuff.
They do.
They see.
And then when they get googly eyed, you know they done did wrong. Now you be like, babe, what's that last girl password? The password is what's the our factory. Hold on, let me look at my phone. I got you.
Wait, look, I'm telling you.
She got everything you need
Okay.
right here. You ain't gonna
I'm
nowhere.
telling you guys, I'm just like with these phone things, I'm just like, I'm at this point.
That phone situation make that man sleep under the couch. If you give me the password, go lay on the couch.
Baby,
I'm
they
good.
listen, let me tell you, they will die before they let you listen.
They were how you would cut their hand off and still stuck on their phone.
Have you seen the video where the guy was laying in the hospital bed and he left the phone in the car and he ran out the hospital bed
to
with
get that
his
phone?
nightgown on hanging on the back of the car to get that cell
Baby,
phone.
let me tell you
It's that
something.
serious.
Baby, they taking showers with the phone. They take
Waterproof phone.
Let me
it's
tell you,
like,
if I catch you doing all that, I'm leaving.
you
I
gotta
don't
do
even
all
wanna
of
be with you.
that.
Because
I'm just
before he
like-
get to taking showers from, I got all the contacts out of it. I wrote them
I'm
all
not
down.
doing-
All the
No.
messages I've been saved and sent to my phone already.
No.
So when he gets there, I ain't did nothing. I'm gonna show him in my phone. This is what was said through your phone.
My energy don't even want to deal with all of that. I don't care if this thing is stuck to you like glue, then you let this thing
Wait a minute.
do what it got.
It ain't that I care. I just want him to feel some type of way when he know
I
he doing wrong. You are wrong in this house. Don't you click the thing saying. Let it thing a couple more
If
times.
you is wrong in this house, I am in this house alone.
You ain't gonna better shower in that house.
So
You
Daryl
better
is
sleep with one
saying
eye open.
it should be the person who pays the bill business. If you want to check a man or woman's phone, you must be the bill payer. That's what
Hey,
It does,
Hey,
brother.
Ladurl,
What she
Ladurl,
said, what she
hey,
said?
Ladurl, you not listening to Miss
Brother,
Reese.
it does not matter who paid the bill. The phone is in my house, in us house. You worry about your phone, and I'm worried about my phone and yours.
Okay,
So
so
don't be sick, worried about who texting the
wait
other
a minute,
end
wait
of
a
the
minute.
phone.
Okay, so somebody Rep Cap,
He arguing
Rep
again.
Cap getting on us. He's like, you ladies don't have a man, do you?
I do, and I don't care
What?
about
Rep
his
Cap.
phone.
Rep Cap, rep, sir. Why we got it? I got a lot of them. I'm trying to get rid of some of them.
Nah, for your information.
In that order.
And I got one, and I
And
don't
that-
care nothing about that.
So
you know,
if you say, hey,
you
we
know,
ain't
I
got no
got
man, I
somebody
got a
that's
couple of them to give
claiming me.
away.
Who?
Who claiming you,
I
man?
don't know.
Ma'am,
Pretty Tasha said they dropped that cell phone in the water. That's gonna be it, baby.
They gonna
listen,
pass away.
I'm right there with the phone.
look, Dave said, but you ain't paying the bill. Why would it matter? What do this paying the
Okay, let
bill
me tell you
stuff
something.
got to do with anything?
How about this? For all the people that could keep mentioning a bill, you got the government phone. Ain't nobody pay no bill on that. So what give you the right to lock that one? We're gonna get down to the nitty gritty with this one. Brett Clip.
Church finger, I'm out.
She
out.
said,
You got 3-4 government phones, then you got another lock them. Lock them government phone. The government gives to you for important information, important stuff, not for you to lock it. You ain't got no reason to have no passcode on no government phone. 0215, 021 nothing. It's supposed to be where you just click the thing up and you get into the phone.
okay, so Mr. Lee is
I'm about
saying,
to cry.
if you are worrying about what's going on with each other's phones, that relationship has been trashed for a minute. That's what Mr. Lee said.
All right, Mr.
Mr. Lee, it's not that I'm worried about the phone, sir. The point is, don't bring anything into the household
The table. Don't back.
that you have to hide. And I'm going on the bed. If I don't see the phone, I'm looking for it. I'm going on the bed looking for it. I'm looking in your pocket, in your book bag. I'm looking at every place on top of the shelf. I'm looking everywhere. I just got to get in that phone.
So Davion is saying the bill is a big matter. Once you get a phone, it's yours.
The government, nephew. The government.
No, she said it's ours.
It's-
What's yours is
Nephew,
hers, and
I'm
what's
gonna need you to
hers
get
is
up out
hers.
this.
She said, you kicking him out the conversation.
Yeah, because nephew that makes sense.
What you don't like about what he said?
He didn't hear what I just said. I said, we done. We gone from the bill. Now we're on the government phone. Who is paying that bill? Nobody has the right to say nothing about that phone.
So Rep Cap, he's saying
wanna
that's
argue.
exactly why you worried about his phone. Ladies are slick as heck. Just as you say we are. Because you said that you had all the men. So he said that
we was slick before y'all was slick. That's why you can't slick a quarter.
When you put everything out in order, you ain't gotta be slick. You tell Tom about Bob about Tom. Everybody get together, come one roll. How about that?
See, that's what we are
Chad,
different. Because a
that's-
woman gonna tell you what it is,
what
and
you
how
wanna
it is,
hear.
and why it is.
If it take you to cry your way out, you cry your way out. You'll be all right.
Davion, he said,
Nephew, you still at
I ain't got the government phone. No. The government got it in my name, though. I'm not.
The government got it in my name.
Hey, nephew, I know you probably ain't got the government phone. I'm talking about all these men out here with the government. They got 4, 5, 6 government phone hanging on their hip. Different numbers, error codes and everything.
Woo, child. Well, listen, guys. For me, like I said, I'm indifferent about these cell phones. Back in the day, I used to be doing all of this, but now today, my stance is if it's worth losing me, then listen, because once I'm out, I'm out. So you do something, what's done in the dark will come to the light. And once that's come to the light, I'm out.
And that's why I need that cell phone while I can see it.
I'm not doing any of that. But guys, listen. Tonight, here we are. We are talking about who should initiate and pay for the first date. And I want to just take it a little bit further. The first few dates. Who should initiate and who should pay? So first of all, it's just like, when you thinking about a date, fellas, let me ask you all this first. Does it bother men and does it mess with your egos if a woman offers to pay? Or is that a boost for your ego and you're like, yeah, she can pay for me, especially the first date. So let's focus on that first date. Who should initiate and pay for the first date? Guys, if you want to talk to us, our number is 708-223-8953. Again, that number is 708-223-8953. Lady Lotus, let's start with you. So what do you think about? So first of all, let's take it here. What is your ideal first date? What would be an ideal first date for you?
Shoot, I don't care. Just take me outside and feed me. Just give me some food, some good food. Now, don't be on that McDonald's, Burger King stuff. Dating to me, I feel like the person who asked to go on the date, I feel like it's your responsibility to pay for a date. You don't.
Well, that's the only
you
wrong
don't.
way.
I'm not asking somebody to take me somewhere so they can pay for it. Now, normally the guy asks first, so the guy pays. Now, a couple of dates in, if it's somewhere I want to go, and I asked him, hey, at this date and this time, be ready. We're going to go boo wop the bam. I'm going to pay for that date because I initiated. That's just me. I initiated that date. I asked him to go on a date. So I'm going to initiate that. Even in my relationship, if I say, hey, let's go here. We're going this time and that time.
I wouldn't care how
I'm
many.
paying for it.
Wait, so let me give out the number. The number is 708-223-8953. Again, that number is 708-223-8953. Go ahead, Miss Reese. What is your ideal date first? And then who should initiate the first date and who should pay?
Okay, first of all, to me,
Get it right.
it's not a such thing as an ideal date because any day could turn disastrous messing with me. Okay. And I'm not, look, I don't think these women on the other side of me, I don't know what's in their head, but I know what's in mine.
Tell us what's in yours.
I'm not paying for nothing. I don't care if we went out 10 times. I'm going to be like, oh, we should go to the Chinese restaurant. I'm not paying for it because I say we should go. That should give you an idea like, oh, I better have a pocket full of money because I know she's going to order everything. Why would I pay? And the Bible said the man is supposed to take care of the woman. Where did it say the woman is supposed to take care of the man? Else I don't see.
But you're not his wife. What if you not his wife?
Listen,
You're not his wife.
I'm not trying to be. If that was the case, it'd make it even worse. See, with the husband and the wife, it's a whole different scenario, baby. I would make them cry being their wife. Now, just take me. You can't. What if I be like, oh, I like them shoes, and then he'd be like, me too. So what, we supposed to buy each other's? No. Somebody got some money when we get home. What y'all think, lady? Since somebody want to take somebody on a date and pay for it.
Now, the way you saying it, if I tell you I want to go here, this is what I like. That's what I expect for you to do it. But if I say on this day we are going here, if I plan the date, I'm gonna pay for the date.
I do that all the time. I be like, tomorrow we should go see this movie.
But see, you saying we should. That means you telling him what you want to do. I'm telling you what we doing. I'm telling you, next Friday at 7:00.
You gonna pay for the date.
You
gonna pay for the date.
I pay for it.
That's not how it goes for y'all. You still got your mind messed up.
That's how it go for me.
You
I
need to
treat
clear your
my
brain.
man good too. Every now and then.
I don't care, girl.
I treat my man good.
This right here will start an argument on this radio show.
We is not gonna argue.
So here's the thing,
Miss Jaye. What do you think in your nice little head that it's appropriate to pay for a man some food or take him out on a date?
So going back to the original question. So for the first date, no. I'm not initiating the first date, and I'm not asking, and I'm not paying for the first date. So the first date, if you want to go out with me, then you're gonna ask me out. Like, I'm old fashioned. Listen, the old school love is that's me.
It's real.
So that's the type of vibe that I'm on. But when we get in a relationship, okay, and I want to do something, we're going, and I have an idea. I'm gonna pay. Let's go here. We're going here, and this is what I'm doing.
Ladies,
help us.
Ladies,
help us.
Oh God,
help. Go ahead. Don't
have
be.
Y'all ever had a headache on one side?
It's
make your do like this.
It's the side we on.
That's a seizure.
That's a seizure.
Okay, I don't care who suggests the date. I'm not pulling out my pink wallet with the diamonds on it, paying for nothing. You have to pay for everything, especially if you think we're going back in the same house after the date. Now I pay for it. Somebody gotta go somewhere else. I go back going to the same house because I got a lot to say after that. And I'm going to keep bringing it up every time you try to eat something for you. I'm like, remember I had to pay for the last date?
So you're not going to treat him at all? What about if it's his birthday?
That's when he get a birthday meal. And that does not mean outside the house.
So you're not going to take your man out on a nice restaurant? I'm talking about your man has been treating you good.
Hey, B, I got 2 minutes of them to do that.
See, I ain't got but one, so
that means every birthday I gotta take somebody out.
I just can't keep up. I don't even know how to
birthday,
lie.
somebody gotta go somewhere. Now it's his birthday, he gotta go. Now his birthday, now he gotta go. Well, we gonna have to have dinner together now. They gotta compromise. Everybody do one birthday. Who's the last birthday? Oh, that's the day the big dinner happened. The last birthday. I can't take all them out. Then they're gonna feel special.
Now, Mr. Lee is saying, I am a man from old school, so if I ask you out, I am paying. I don't feel no way about a woman offering to pay. So he's like, he don't feel any type of way if she offers to pay. Then, if you want to pay, then
but he's not going to let her pay. I like you, Mr. Lee.
Okay, so recap.
I know he want to argue.
He says she must be an old lady. I'm not sure which one of us he referring to, but he's saying she must be an old lady. Pretty Tasha is saying, I'm killing myself laughing. Listen, here's the thing. Like, when you think about, again, especially the first date, to me, I don't care how old you are. Like, women, we want to feel special. You want to feel courted.
If you feeling special, you shouldn't pay on no date. You're supposed to feel special every day. And then. So that means if you pay for the date, you got to pull his child. If he paid for the day, he got to pull your child.
Nah.
Who gonna pull out the chair now?
He's still gonna pull my chair out.
To pull out my chair. I just feel
if he pull your chair, he's supposed to pull his wallet out.
I just feel like when somebody has treated me special so much, we done been on so many dates. And to me, it could still be in the dating phases. I'm
better be
going
lucky
to
we can't
want
cuss
to
on this
do
stage.
something to make this man feel just as special.
And what
Okay.
might that be?
Shoot, I took mine out. I took him to a nice fancy steak restaurant.
Now,
he
you know,
wasn't
steak
ex-
is the most
We got-
expensive
we
food.
have-
he wasn't
we have a
expecting it
caller.
either, but he felt good about it.
Hi, caller. State your name and where you're calling from, and thank you for calling in. Where you calling from, and state your name.
I'm calling from Kenosha, and this is Davion.
Hey, Davion.
Hey, see?
Nephew, you got something against me on the stage?
Nah.
Look, let me say something. When I said the government phone, I didn't say my nephew.
So now so Davion, what do you want to say in regards to who should initiate and pay for the first date? What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, I would say the male only because, nothing got to be going on serious, but if you want to just take, a nice lady out, get some lunch, dinner, I feel like you're not obligated to, but if you offering to take her out, why not pay?
Exactly.
Nephew,
Down the
we're on
line,
same page.
if it goes further down the line, yes, I believe the woman has to pay only because
Rewind, bring
you
it back.
guys are constantly going on dates. So
Wait. So
I feel
let me just ask you this. So when you say further down the line, what do you mean by that? So do you mean that at some point she needs to pay? She has to start paying, or like explain that?
I mean, I wouldn't say I would. I mean, it's not that she has to pay, but I mean, if we both want to go on dates, I feel like you should have at least some part in it, or
Nephew,
you know what I'm saying?
Nephew.
Everything is not always considered to be the male dad. Yes, it starts off with the male, but then it leads on to the women.
But
That's how I feel like.
nephew, I'ma always say I ain't got it. So then what you gonna do then?
So Davion, so if you were on a date with a young lady and she was like, she was like, you know what, babe, I got this date. How would that make you feel? You guys have been dating for a couple of months now, and out of nowhere, she just said, you know what, I got this one. As the male, how would that make you feel?
Well, me personally, I'm the type of person that if I got it, I'm going to pay for it. That's just how I am. I would like, if you got your card of money and we trying to race to it, I'm pushing your hand back. This is me. I got it. That's
not even thinking about you got it. She just want to do it.
She
like,
ain't
hey,
got
you've
it.
been making me feel so good and making me feel so special. I got this meal. As the male, how would that make you feel?
Well, like you said, it would make me feel like special, like I'm doing something right.
But nephew,
it's like you deserve it. It's
nephew,
like you feel like you deserve it.
Come through.
Well, nephew, I have never
through.
got to that point in life where I felt like no man that I date is worth me pulling out my pink wallet with the studs on it and saying I would rather pay for that.
It's like,
I ain't got it.
Like,
I ain't got it.
None, how do you expect the man to continue to keep paying for you?
Well, guess what? We won't eat then.
She gonna move on to the other one in the list.
Well, listen, Davion, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for calling in. We appreciate it, honey. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I
so
like
Davion. So Davion is a new schooler. So listen, but he got that. He like, listen, I'm gonna pay for the first dates and stuff. But at some point, I expect you to come on in and you start taking me out as well. And now we in this thing together.
Right.
But Miss Reese is saying ain't no time is her pink wallet with the diamonds ever being pulled out.
Ever.
Not ever.
But never.
Now
but
here,
for what? If you don't want to pay, we not
eating today.
We ain't going.
That means we ain't gonna never eat.
We ain't going nowhere. Now listen, according to an online source, here are according to an online source, here are a few tips on who should pay for the first date. Mm-hmm. The first one is they say if you ask her, then you should pay. When you invite her on a date, it's it's the man's responsibility to take care of her. You should want her to relax and enjoy herself and not worry about a bill. Now let me just add this in, because some men, has been, coming up a lot lately. So now they're like, okay, well, if he pays for it, she should at least leave a tip. Now, I don't know what y'all think about that, but the first date is like, okay, they like, oh, he like, listen, yo, I paid for the whole thing. You could at least leave a tip.
No.
Well, just let it go. Now, the tip might be more than the meal was. So that still means I'm coming out with more money.
I'm just gonna say, if you paying for the meal, you paying for the tip.
No. You gotta pick one or the other.
No,
now you're going overboard.
So now you go. So wait, hold on, Miss Reese.
Now y'all going overboard. Y'all doing too much spending this money on these men.
So you
tip
gonna pull your pink wallet out to pay the tip?
I'm not gonna pull out for one. We ain't
okay, that's what we said.
I'm
if he gonna pay for the meal, he paying for the tip.
I didn't even finish all my food, so why would I get him a tip?
I'm finishing all my food.
I'm gonna take mine
like a
to
big
go.
girl.
Now, here's the other one. Another reason it's important for men to pay for a first date is that it sends a clear message of your intentions. If you have a woman to pay or do this Dutch, y'all splitting the tab, she may no longer see you as a date. And 9 times out of 10, well, I'm going to say 10 times out of 10.
Now she see you as a brother.
But absolutely.
Bro.
Listen, bruh.
Cousin
Pete. That's how I see you as Cousin Pete. Like you are you the homie.
Yep.
Big dog. Oh man, bro. Like men say that they hate hearing women call them bro.
That's what
but you don't pull the bro move.
You call him as yourself.
Who?
You call him as yourself. I done seen some so ugly I can't stand to look at them. And then they want to talk about why you won't look at me. Why you ain't looking at you? You got all that mirror.
The next reason is, even if she offers to pay, now let me know what you guys think about this. You should tell her to put her purse away. But if she continues to insist, then you should split the bill. This is what the online source is saying. They said, listen, if she offers to pay, you still should not let her pay the entire thing. They're saying you should split the bill.
Not pay nothing.
So that they saying you should split it. And then the last one is, if she asks you on a date, you should split the bills. Fellas, this is what the online source is saying. They're saying if she asks you on a date, you should split the bill. Now, you can always be a gentleman and still pay the entire bill, but the online source is saying you should split it if she has agreed, if she has offered to take you out on a date. But guys, listen, I'm just going to sum it up like this. I'm old school. You asking me out on a date, you gonna pay for the date. When we in a relationship and you my boo and I'm your boo, and is you or is you ain't my baby, and you now say yes to be my baby,
you might not be boos. It might be a boo, but it ain't gonna be
you
boo.
Gonna be he's gonna be the boo, and then I'm gonna pay and we gonna rock this thing out. But until then, the bill is on you. So date according to your finances, in that order. Guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Please do me a favor, you all go to our page and like our page at the J Spot. Follow us on Twitter at J Spot. Also follow us on Instagram at the J Spot. And Jay is spelled Jaye. For all three. Listen, while you're at it, go right around the corner, YouTube, like and subscribe our channel, the J Spot Radio, and go to TikTok, like and follow us there, the J Spot, Jaye. Turn on those notification bells for all. Boop. Until next time, you all, thank you so much for tuning in.